Hello, hello. Hope you can hear me. My mic is doing something weird. Hi, I see Nicole is here, perhaps with family. How are you? Got my dog here. How you doing? Sorry to start so late. Well, I guess it's not too late for you. It's a little late for me, but figured I'd jump back into Battle Kit for a little bit. Happy Sunday. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, we totally failed. I intended to do a Christmas tree today, but we ended up going to get snow tires installed on my car so that I don't get stuck again in the snow. So let me fix this. So maybe we'll do that tomorrow night instead. Hey, oh, sorry, Luke. Hope you feel better. Hope you don't actually have a cold. Hi, Adam. How are you? Happy Monday. Don't want to interfere with your productivity today, but, you know, just wanted to... You don't have to pay that much attention anyway. You just hear me die all the time, and then when you hear me cheering, you're feeling much better, Adam, I hope. Yeah. Nasty bugs going around all over the place. Okay. I always interfere with your productivity. That's a really lovely thing to hear. Thank you. All right, let me put the password in here. I mean, I'm interfering with my own productivity, but I don't have anything I really need to be working on right now. So that's good. DNVG. Hopefully my son will stay in his room tonight. You choose to come here. Hi, Black Gift. How are you? Excellent. Glad to see some folks here. Okay. Let's see. That worked. All right. I don't even remember where I was. I probably should have looked at the. I had just gotten to a new save point, right? Okay. I should have looked at my last stream to figure out where I am. But we'll see how this goes. All right. I wasn't sure if I should stream something else tonight, but I do want to finish this game, so. All right, floating. Okay. Right. That came from down there, right? Right. The frogs. Oh. Yeah, my son only goes to bed on time when he's not feeling well. I played tons of Mario Maker. Yeah, I saw your message. I didn't respond to it yet. I haven't been in Mario Maker in ages. I'm surprised they haven't deleted my games, but I think that there's like occasional engagement on the games from time to time, so, or rather the levels that I made, so that maybe they keep it on. I remember back when Mario Maker first came out, people were complaining because Nintendo would like delist games if there wasn't like any attention to them or anything. Hey, Renaissance. Oh no, how many other? Sorry. Oh, you've got... Hey, Michelle. Oh, Finn's got a cold, too. What other streams are going? I only saw My Life in Gaming was streaming, but I didn't check Twitch. Does Hungry stream tonight? I don't want to step on anybody's toes, but I just felt like playing. I figure people can generally juggle multiple streams if they want to. Oh, cool. Thanks, Nicole. Was it the Wonky Kong one? It's kind of mean because I had to do some mean things in the level to make it work, to make it match what I thought Donkey Kong was. But I keep meaning to share a video of it. My friend Scott, like recorded video of gameplay footage from the game, and I never edited and uploaded it, so I feel like a jerk. But I should do that because most people won't ever play it. Yeah, small children are germ factories. Okay, Hungry streaming, Pizzle Crash, a dude from CPR streaming a Master System fix. Oh, the underwater one. Interesting, Nicole. Hey, Solid Nate, how are you? Okay, the underwater level. So I don't even remember making that one, but that's cool. I have to play it sometime and see what's going on there. All right, so frogs. Oh, this thing, right? I think I jump now. Okay. What am I doing? Oh, that's right. That's where I died last time. I love those appearing and disappearing blocks. Oops. Why did I do that? Okay, I'm a little rusty here. I was gonna warm up with some Dragon Spirit, but I'm not actually very good at that game either. I still can't get past like level 3. Alright. It's not that hard a game, really. It's just me. I'm not good with shmups, but I do enjoy them. Alright, so this, and this, and this, and then that. Yes. Okay. And then this is horrible. Alright, can I go up there? Nope. Okay, how do I do this? Oh, okay. Do I go before it drops? Yeah, I think I have to go, I have to trigger it, and then go like that, and then hang out there, and then go like that. Okay. Oh, robots. Robots are worse than frogs. Okay. Luke made a mean one for me? Excellent. Cool. I'll have to, I think we can friend each other on Mario Maker. I'll have to do that. I haven't logged into my Wii U or Mario Maker in ages, but I need to do that. And I'd love to play some of those levels. I was doing that 100 level challenge thing, and I think I got through like maybe 20 of them or something. Because you can unlock like stickers and costumes and things for Mario. Speaking of Mario costumes, I'm playing Mario Odyssey again, and I was running around in the Satellaview costume, which basically looks like an astronaut outfit. It's really fun. Yeah, there's like a friend code or something. I think we can follow each other. It'll be sad when Nintendo stops supporting Mario Maker, and I'm sure they're going to do a Switch version at some point. But I really do like that game. I got it when I was really busy in the middle of writing deadlines, so I never really got to play it much. Oh dear. This is going to be fun. And then that one's going to drop down on me. Alright, let's see. Oops. Yeah, okay. We're probably getting a Switch as a shared Christmas gift. That is really good to know, Michelle. Thank you. So I now... There's a game I'm going to get for Ben. Because I think he would enjoy it, but it's only available on the Switch. So that's really cool. Alright. Yeah, Switch is pretty neat. I predict that you're going to get a Switch, and then you're going to end up wanting to have separate Switches. And apparently there is a way to share games across multiple... Whoops. Like to have people in a household share games. And it sounded kind of complicated. I saw it on Reddit, and it was like you register your partner's... What am I doing? Register your partner's Switch as your home console, and then they can access your games, and you can access their games simultaneously as long as they start it first, or something like that. Or as long as you start it first, I think. Why did I suddenly lose the timing on that jump? Hi, Magnus. Implying we have time to play the game separately. That's a fair point. I'm not going to tell. I can never tell if he's lurking or not, or if he checks in the stream. I'm not going to say what game it is, but I think he'll. Oh no! I think he'll enjoy it. Alright, we need to go now. Nope. What? I had that down pat before, and now it's not. Now it's not working anymore. The game is adapting to my crappy playing. Okay. Yeah, how are you doing, Magnus? Alright. No, why? Okay. One of us only has free time when the other is home to watch the kids. Well, I mean, so the Spud will watch Cora play video games, but he won't watch me play video games. When I'm playing video games, he wants to watch TV, or he wants to play. But he's perfectly content to watch her. I don't get it. She was playing, even if they're playing the same, even if we're playing the same game, I was playing The Messenger, he didn't want me to play. He wanted me to play with him, or he wanted to watch something or whatever. And then he started complaining about my playing. He was like, "Oh, you know, you're not very good at this," because I was fighting a boss. I was doing it. I had to die lots of times before I succeeded. And the other day, he was watching her play without any problems. I'm not sure why I'm dying here now all of a sudden. There. Past a certain age, kids are surprisingly easy to watch when they're watching you play video games. It's a good point. I want him to start playing, which is maybe not a good thing, but we've kind of got he plays the Maw, this like Xbox 360 game that Cora had, and he really likes that, and it seems easy enough for him to follow. He's not as interested in the retro stuff. Oops. So far. He may never be. That's fine. He won't want my collection as his legacy, or his inheritance rather. It'll just make for a really amazing garage sale for someone one day. I'll end up as a YouTube video or something. It's like, man, I found somebody selling 300 Nintendo games for dirt cheap. They didn't know what they had. A whole lot of homebrews. Maybe it'll be like one of those storage locker stories. What? Why am I doing that? Tyler is perfectly happy to watch Ben play whatever golf video game he has for Xbox. Somebody watches us play Diablo sometimes. Yeah. Hey, Great White North. Let's go for Christmas. Oh, yeah. Cool. I mean, Spud's technically beaten X-Men the arcade game. He used like 100 continues for it, but he did beat it. I haven't even beaten that game, but largely from not having played it much. Why am I doing this? Alright. My first attempt was much better than these ones. Alright. This isn't even the tricky bit. Banner Saga 3. So is Banner Saga... I'm mixing it up with like an anime series. Isn't there an anime series called Banner Saga? Whoa. What? I did not want that to happen. That is a reset, my friends. I'm not going to do that. I am not going to do... I guess I could have just died. Why did I do that? Alright, well, I could have just killed myself and then would have gone back to my save point, right? That's stupid. I don't know why I did that. Alright. That's okay. G. I'm not off to a great start tonight. I just got out of bed. Great. Yep. Banner Saga. I'm mixing Banner Saga up with some other series. It's like something Banner. It's like 2 series. And one banner of something. I don't know. I'll remember it later. I expect Ben would know what I was talking about. Clearly I'm not holding up correctly. Right? Because I can just drift down like that. Yeah, that's what I'm messing up. I don't need to jump there. I just need to be holding up as I walk off the side there. Let's try that again. Losing my Battle Kid Mojo. There we go. Whoops. Yeah, that's not what I wanted to happen. Put the kid back to bed. I'm doing okay, Great North. How are you? Yeah, I haven't been current with anime in a decade, you know. Well, I've seen Attack on Titan at least, but... I think it might be like Banner Stars. I don't know, it's gonna be bothering me. I knew that wasn't gonna work. At least now we know what happens when I fall down that waterfall. Pretty much what we thought was gonna happen. Which is kind of nice. It's kind of neat that this is just like one continuous space. Doing great. How are you, Great White North? Are you also watching 4 streams tonight? I swear I looked at YouTube and it didn't look like that many people were streaming. Okay. Oh. Oh. Okay. Yeah, had a hard time with mobile streams. Is it just like the bandwidth of it? Ooh, the new She-Ra. Haven't seen that yet. We watched the last new episode of DuckTales yesterday. We'd fallen behind on that. Storky and Duckburg. That was fun. Ooh, more fabric for a Switch case. Very cool. I was thinking I might try watching Stranger Things for the first time tonight, since I haven't gotten around to it yet. Attack on Titan is very cool. It's very creepy. It's very dark. But I binge watched it. I actually binge watched it because I was auditioning to write a sort of a tie-in book to it, which I don't think anything ever happened with that project, so I don't think they even looked at my proposal for it. And their proposal was kind of weird anyway. Like, it didn't actually make sense in the continuity of the series, but I had fun writing it and thinking about how I would do the show, how I would do it, book and set in that series. So, I'm around if they ever change their mind. And the series, I think, is better in some ways than the manga, at least the earlier manga, because the early manga was kind of like the guy was still figuring out how to draw, really. It's a really interesting story, but he just didn't understand, he didn't really have a good aesthetic, and then I think as the series wore on, he started to copy the anime style. So the series is running while the manga is being written, and you know, consequently the series lags behind the manga a little bit, so I was so hooked on it that I just like read the manga to catch up. So that's why I haven't seen the second season yet, because I already know the story there. Yeah, Stranger Things, I need to check it out soon. Alright, I'm gonna shut up for a second because I need to see if I can make this thing work. Yeah. Oh, I needed to float there, okay. Good to know, good to know. Those are like evil baby thwomps. I guess regular thwomps are evil too. And there are baby thwomps. So I guess they're just like thwomps. That's a bad place to go. It's kind of funny, sort of feeling pretty... This is a hard game, but I sort of feel like it's kind of a mellow stream tonight. Okay. Alright, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's get crushed. Sometimes it leads to unfortunate divergence between the manga and the anime, but the thing is that the anime is waiting for the manga. So that's why there's so much time passing between the anime seasons, because they're like waiting for the manga. Which is kind of a nice way to do it. There's also some like live action movie that I haven't seen yet. Probably not very good. I think they've learned their lesson from Full Metal Alchemist in terms of like diverging from the series. Whoa, I got stuck under that thing. Yeah, they're not trying to make filler episodes. Yeah, Rurouni Kenshin, most people kind of stop after the Kyoto arc, I think. I mean, Full Metal Alchemist, they just made up their own ending. And of course, the king of, or the queen of filler is Sailor Moon, right? The princess of, I guess she's the queen of the moon at some point, right? So, yeah, that's just like filler. And then you watch like Sailor Moon Crystal, where they've actually just kind of condensed everything. It's like, oh, that's really cool. Don't get me wrong, I like the original series too, up to a point. I mean, I never watched the whole thing. That's, Cora definitely has. She's probably due for a rewatch at some point. I like this music. Probably waited too long there. Yep. Naruto. I never watched much Naruto. Hundreds of episodes. Yeah, right? Man, I can't even believe that I watched so many long-running anime series. Like, I mean, I gave up on Dragon Ball Z like a long time ago. Detective Boy Conan I really like, but we haven't gotten most of those episodes, and it's still running as far as I know. There's like all the different Lupin series. But, like, I watched all of them from Marmalade Boy, but that was only like 91 episodes or something like that. Meizani Koku. Back when I had to buy like cheap tapes in Chinatown. You're all talking my language. Oh yeah, Great Way North. I probably need to get good recommendations from you for like new series. I was really into it in college. Like Ben and I were both in the anime club. Officers, no less. Yeah. I mean, I've watched some anime since 2003. There's just so much now coming over that you don't actually know like what of it is actually supposed to be any good. It's like, you know, back in the day, stuff that came over here was probably pretty good because I had to get licensed, and they would only bring stuff over that they thought was going to be commercially successful, or porn. I mean, they were pretty sure it was porn before they brought it over. They didn't think it might be porn, but now you can get everything. Everything gets translated pretty quickly. You can watch it all on like Crunchyroll and stuff like that. Pretty exciting that Neon Genesis Evangelion is showing up on Netflix. I still only have my original box set of that series, which has been improved upon because there's like the Platinum Edition that had been all like remastered and everything. Oh, I need to kill that guy. Oh. Yeah, go on Netflix and stare blankly at it. I need to finish Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I haven't finished it yet. And then there's like, whatchamacallit, I've heard Sword Art Online is pretty good. I haven't watched that yet. Used to be, we could just ask like Big Scary Dave like what to watch. Okay, I just remember. It's called Crest of the Stars and then Banner of the Stars, I think. That's what I was thinking of as far as anime goes. I knew it would come to me at some point. I haven't seen either of them. And there's like these ridiculous sales going on Blu-rays and DVDs from like The Right Stuff and Sentai Filmworks. So I picked up a couple of things. I got Nadia Secret of Blue Water, which I always really liked, and except for like the Island episodes, which are sort of infamously bad. And I had, for a while, I think it was Right Stuff had created this thing called the anime fan subs, and so you could buy subtitled tapes for cheaper. They were like $20 instead of, you know, spending $30 or $40 for like 2 episodes. So I had a whole collection of those on VHS, and then at one point, like I had a VCR that started malfunctioning and just started like randomly recording on tapes, and it started recording on one of my Nadia tapes, which was really annoying. He didn't like the baby sound machine. Are they sleeping in the same room? How's the waterfall treating me? I've been just messing up. I haven't been paying a lot of attention here, but it's pretty challenging here. Yeah, I still have a lot of anime. It's a lot of anime I haven't watched yet as well. Some of it on Laserdisc even. Okay, so I need to do that, and I need to do that, and I need to, yay, I made it. Okay. Oh dear. What? Ah! Oh! Darn it. Oh my god. Keep buying and putting on the back burner. I mean, that's me with retro games. I've spent way too much money on games lately. But you know, you see them on sale, you're like, oh, it's probably the cheapest I'm going to find it, or I might not find it again later on. And there's not really any reason to buy all these games right now because I have so much to play anyway. But then I start thinking, oh, that'd be a fun game to stream. So, and then there we are. And I just got my Game Boy EverDrive, which is really super exciting. Missed it by that much. Anime's your #1 passion. Yeah, I was really into anime for a while, and it's been a long time. Oh my god, my Steam library, don't even mention that. I just picked up some more stuff because it was really cheap. And so games have always been backburnered, and I'm letting them rise up a bit. I haven't watched a lot of TV lately. I haven't even been reading as much as I should be. Excuse me. Just because I'm really enjoying the gaming. And I think there are some, if I was going to like psychoanalyze myself, I think there are like reasons for it. It's sort of, I don't think it's like a midlife crisis kind of thing. But I think, you know, I definitely associate it with like a more carefree time of my life, and I have lots of cares, and I'm not very free these days, and so I have I get some enjoyment out of this, you know. And then there's also the fact that, you know, I'm busy and we live in the middle of nowhere, so I don't get to socialize that much with people. So then being able to socialize with folks on YouTube and everything is pretty great. Oops, dropped too far down there. Okay. So yeah, I think I could come up with lots of psychological reasons why I'm into gaming, other than the fact that it's also just fun. Why did I do that? Lists of recommended other ones. Absolutely Great Way North. Add them all on the backlog. We started watching this thing called Flowers of Evil a while ago. That was a weird one, but that came recommended to us. 2 kidlets and turning 4 launching into don't want adult mode. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, you don't have a choice, you know? I mean, I don't have a choice. Stuff has to get done around here. I wanted to start streaming earlier, but I had to do dishes. And there's other stuff. I've got a lot of crap to pick up around here. Because when I'm on deadline, some of that stuff doesn't happen. But I'm also probably the only one who really cares about it. So I'll just tackle that one later. I want to get some Battle Kit in. Whoa. Yikes. 28-day deep clean. Wow. The problem with cleaning and laundry and dishes is it just keeps piling up. So you can feel really good about it one day, but it's just going to come back the next day. Not that you shouldn't clean, because you obviously have to clean, but I'm not stressing over it unless I have like company coming over. Okay, and even then it depends on the company. Civac, you and your death traps. We can't train our kids to do that crap. Yeah, I think when my son is older, he's gonna get chores. But you know what? I hope he's better at listening to me then than he is now, because I'll give him chores and he'll never do them. Unless I suppose I, like, pay him, like, through his allowance or something like that. Oops. I have all these plans for him when he's older. You get to walk the dog, clean the house. Although it's funny, we were at his grandmother's over Thanksgiving, and he just had a ball, like walking around with a spray bottle cleaning windows. Now, granted, he didn't do a very good job of it, and he wasted like the entire bottle pretty much. And he tried cleaning some things that he really shouldn't have. So, including a plant, including like a table. I think he tried to spray me at one point. So he's not very good at it, but he does enjoy it. He's very interested in housework and cooking and stuff, which is really nice. It's like the worst timing. Completely agree. It's nice to have a social interaction outlet, which is both positive and low maintenance. I don't have the time, energy, or babies to go out on the weekends very often. Yeah, 50-hour a week job. That'll do it. I mean, I suppose with just my regular day job, and then if you add in writing and consider that a job, then I'm just kind of always working too, so it's tough. And that was the thing, I've said it before, this gaming stuff, the streaming and the gaming is like, it's just for me, you know? Nobody has any expectations on me. It's not something I'm trying to do to make money. I'm just doing it because I feel like it. And it's kind of one of the only areas of my life where I have that kind of say over it, you know? So, for now, the kid's gonna get older. And things with him have improved so much already, just with him being a little bit more independent and more interactive and more fun. Oh dear. These things. I just need a second. Get down to 40-ish hours some weeks. That's amazing. Hey, Captain Algebra, how are you? Yeah, 60 hours a week. That's not sustainable. Plus, I mean, the parenting is around the clock, so that's like You're basically always working, except when you're sleeping, and you're probably not sleeping that much. Okay, this is going to be interesting. So that one goes... Oh, God. Alright, got rid of one of them. I gotta jump down there, and I have to jump back up. Oh, God. Oh. Whew. Yes. Horizon Zero Dawn. That's cool. That's a PlayStation only one, right? I've heard really good things about that game. Okay. So that's an interesting question. How do you guys decide what to play? Like, Cap, you just posted a video game pickups. You just got a whole bunch of new games in. I mean, the streams help, like saying, okay, I'm going to stream this game, or I want to play this game. But deciding like what game you're going to focus on, you know, otherwise, like, you only play a little bit of every game. I don't know. Heading to bed, Michelle. Good night. Morning comes early, and I'm a billion years old. I feel like I need to steal that quote for a book sometime. He was going to wake you up at 2 a.m., right? Yeah. If I keep playing at some point, he's just going to wake up. Yeah. A few hours in. Fun. Cool. Yeah. All right. So if I drop down, that's where that would be stupid. I'm not going to do that. That's also very mean. If I had gone down there, that would have been a stupid thing to do, because I know I wouldn't be able to jump back up again. But still, I would have missed that save point. One nice thing in the new version of Battle Kid, the Famicom sort of update, the save points, the save rooms, have indicators right outside of them. So I would know standing here that was a save room over there. So that's kind of a neat thing. They just, you know, he did a bunch of things to make it, I don't know, a little bit kinder, I guess. I don't know. Okay, so I'm going up. Just randomly choose your next game. Yeah, right? It's hard. I've got a few NES games that I'm sort of working through. I've got a bunch of abandoned, more modern games. I think on Game Boy, I'm going to start focusing on Shantae. You pick games to play based on where the kids pick for you, and if I want something new, hard, stressful, or something easier, fun, relaxing. Yeah, after I'm done with Battle Kid, I'm going to go for something very different, I think. Yeah. I mean, I want to play Mega Man 11, but and I have it, you know, because I have it on Switch. And I got it when it came out, and I just never had time to play it. But it's maybe too close to Battle Kid, so maybe I won't play that too much. I'm enjoying The Messenger, though, which is different. Yeah. Well, I think I know, like, my next game after Battle Kid, the next one that I'm going to want to stream continuously is going to be Super Metroid. But I also might just be alternating Battle Kid with Shovel Knight until I'm done with that, so that might be fun. And those two games are so different that it might be a good, maybe juggling two of those games might be a nice approach, in addition to the weekly ones that I'm doing. Oh, that could be a boss fight. But yeah, I'm also just like assuming that I'll have more time to stream, and I'm hoping that I will. So I mean, I've already been streaming a little more often than I have been. Give the kids a short list of games they're willing to play at them and make them choose. That's cool. The kids are playing with me, and 95% of my gaming because I'm tired working, spending time with my husband. They aren't around, so mostly I let them pick. Dad Quest. Oh, I do want to play that Dad Quest too. Hi J-Love, how are you? I love it when you show up. You have the little happy hands, or I think of them as jazz hands. But I think this might be a boss, so this could be ugly. Nope, it's just more waterfall. Okay, could be ugly anyway. All right, I need to jump down to this thing, and then like over here, and then that. Right? Whoops. Oh boy. Okay. Whoops. That's not gonna work. Okay. I'll get my password. GGBDN2G. Yeah, clapping. This game looks legit. Have you not seen me play Battle Kid before, J-Love? Or anyone play Battle Kid? Renaissance has streamed this. Super Mario RPG is great, yes. Did you get both of the classic editions, Annam? Super Mario RPG I played with my mom. That was fun. Back in the day, I actually owned that cartridge. Oops, why did I do that? Okay, that's fine. I think I want to play some of the Paper Mario games soon. I own like a lot of them and I haven't actually played any of them. Luke will be picking a selection of SNES games based on the years they come out. That's right, you're doing the chronological Super NES games. That's very cool. Oh yeah, yeah. The NES and SNES classics are much easier to find now. I don't know how you feel about emulation and like modding. Whoa, and modding them, but it's very easy to do so if you were so inclined. But yeah, that was a bad idea. I'm just gonna kill myself. And there's so many Super NES games I want to play now. The only one I've played and beaten on the Super NES Classic so far is Castlevania 4. But I'm going to do Super Metroid next. Okay. Alright, I know what I have to do. It's just a little bit tricky. Oh, cool, Nicole. I prefer not to break terms of service. That's true. Yeah, I like mucking with things. Yikes. But it's still, I still can't quite get over the fact that you can walk into a Target now, and there's like at least like 3 or 4 of those things like in the case. And even the controllers are actually easy to get now. Oh, I got some. I'm gonna try a mod on one of my NES Classic controllers. I don't know if you saw, but I posted some pictures at him on Twitter. I opened the thing up to figure out why the controller sucked, and it's very different from the original NES controllers on the inside, and the parts are not interchangeable. The D-pad that they used is just fundamentally different. It has a smaller pivot point in the center, which is why it's triggering more diagonals, and none of the parts are interchangeable, which is really weird. But I've heard some people fix third-party controllers by using like putting hole protectors over the contacts on the PCB, and I picked up some hole protectors and I'm going to try it. See if it fixes that, and one of my Hyperkin Cadet controllers that is really also terrible for the same reason, even though I swapped. Okay, this is interesting. This is really not fun. Yeah, you can see, I posted them like last week. If you look through my media links on Twitter, you'll still see the photos I posted of the 2 parts side by side, because I was gonna transport parts from an original NES controller into an NES Classic controller, which is the backwards of what I thought I would be doing. But no, couldn't do it. Why? I need to jump higher. I need to not be afraid of that thing on the left coming back over too soon. Don't be afraid. Just to be safe tonight, I'm back using my wired controller. Oh gosh, just die. There we go. So if I fix that controller, I'll let you know, because then that would be an easy thing for you to do as well. It'd be funny. I kind of wonder if Nintendo just. Why did I do that? First of all, there weren't any spikes on that side. Like, come on. Well, I guess you're not allowed to touch enemies anyway. Everything's a one-hit kill in this game. But I kind of wonder if Nintendo like outsourced those controllers to a third-party Chinese, like a Chinese manufacturer that was ripping off their controller designs. Oh yes. Oh no. Okay. Robots or frogs? Frogs. Frogs are terrible. Oh no. Oh no. No. Huh. Yeah, spread shot for those frogs. Right. No, that's a bad idea. Okay. Maybe what I could do is I can jump. I think I can jump onto one of those platforms as one of them is jumping off. Maybe? Oops. Well, that's awesome. Hi, John Early. Do I think Earthbound Zero is bad? I don't. I actually haven't played through it. I wanted to, but those types of games like RPGs take me a long time, so I just don't tend to gravitate to them right away. I've heard that it's too grindy. Like there's like I know that people have modified the game to make it, you know, run a little bit faster. But I think I would probably play through the original version, which I know is available on, you know, Virtual Console and stuff. Huh. I think I have to trigger them in the middle and then not get crushed. Yeah, it's tough. Not as tough as like that weird Game Genie code that Ren was playing Mario in. Oh, what? Huh. Those things are fast. That weird Mario Game Genie code where all the enemies are firing like hammers at you. That's tough. Also, I don't think that's very fun. For all that I joke about Ghosts and Goblins being a broken game, like when you play Mario Brothers that way, you're actually playing a broken game. That game was never designed to be like that. What? Oh. Oh, okay. They exchanged places. Heard the original Wii Virtual Console is shutting down in January. Yes, that is true. If you did not already put money, first of all, they closed the shop, so you can't actually add money to it anymore. So if you didn't add money to it like in March, you cannot add anything to it. So you can still buy games up until January, but only if you have, you know, funds. And I have some funds in there that I haven't yet figured out what I was going to do with them. What did I do just then? So I actually was just thinking today I should probably jump. I guess it's happening soon. I should probably jump in there like this week and just buy the last few games I'm going to buy. I think I'm getting some more of the Rebirth games. Like I think I don't remember if I got the Contra Rebirth yet or not, but I'm going to pick that up. There's a few more I was trying to figure out. I think I added enough funds to get all the games that I wanted, but then, you know, I don't want to have anything left over. But I no longer remember which ones it was that I was looking at, so I should have just bought them a while ago. I just figured I would wait until January in case somebody else recommended a game that was available there that I absolutely had to have. So there's some games on there that I've been meaning to stream as well. All I did was Rondo of Blood. Okay. Okay. I know what to do there if I don't die next time. Hey CDG Cool Mellow, how are you? Fan of Battle Kid? I assume. Okay. There we go. Oh, come on. Just stop with those. Good grief. I see how I'm supposed to do this. Nope. That's an interesting timing challenge. I suspect I should have just gone for it, because then the timing would have worked perfectly. I might be wrong about that. I don't like invisible blocks anymore. Just let it go, man, let it go. I'm just gonna run for it and see if I can make it. Oh no, that's not gonna work. So when that disappears... okay, try that again. Do I believe the Wii U and the Switch both have their pros and cons as far as features go? Yes. I mean, so I'm still buying Wii U games because they're cheaper. Whenever they port something over to the Switch, I'm just buying the Wii U version of it. Partially it's because it's cheaper, partially it's because I'd rather just play the original version of it anyway, although I'm probably going to buy the new Super Mario Luigi Brothers thing when that comes out on the Switch. I liked the Wii U a lot, actually, and the Switch just feels like the next sensible iteration of that, because the things that I like about the Wii U are things that the Switch does as well. But the gamepad on the Wii U is a bit of a problem. Oh gosh, I need to just go faster. Okay. I'm playing a Mother 3 ROM right now that may play my Earthbound a little bit. Love my Wii U, but I definitely like the Switch better for many reasons, but especially portability. The truth is, I don't take my Switch out of the house that often, so I'm basically using the Switch the way that I used the Wii U. Find yourself not wanting to play Wii games as much lately. Yeah, the motion controls are kind of a weird thing to adjust to. And yeah, if the Switch had Virtual Console, that would be awesome, J-Love. I'm not sure what they're planning to do with this Classics thing. I think it would make sense for them to do GameCube thing now that they've got GameCube controller support. So one thing that was interesting, and I don't think anybody suggested this, but there was like a leak of a patent or something that Nintendo made for, it looked like a Game Boy case for like a phone, where you could, you know, close the phone into the thing and it would have like a little space for a screen and buttons, you know, on the touch screen and whatnot. And my theory with that, and I could be wrong because the size might not be right, but my theory with that was that because they wouldn't be able to design a case that would fit every phone, right? My idea, and maybe somebody else has mentioned this, my idea is that this is a case for the Switch, because then they know what size that thing's going to be. Although, you know, some of those designs, like they posted, have spaces for like phone camera ports and things like that. So I might be totally off base. But if they made that thing for the Switch, like a case where you can close the Switch in it and it looked like a Game Boy, like that would be pretty amazing. Hoping the classics will eventually become Virtual Console. Yeah, Wind Waker. I just bought Wind Waker HD on the Wii because, or the Wii U, I guess, because my wife couldn't remember for sure whether we own the copy of Wind Waker on GameCube that we have, and I know I'm gonna play it one day, so I need to finish Ocarina of Time. Yeah. Thank you, Great North. Yeah, GameCube, I totally skipped GameCube. Our GameCube's my wife's, and so I never played any GameCube games until I got a Wii. There's a period where I wasn't actually buying new games. After the N64, I didn't have time, I just wasn't buying new games. I was playing NES, and yeah, so I just skipped a whole bunch of generations. Oh no, too fast. Okay. So I bought a bunch of GameCube games a while back, and she's got some. I want to play the Beautiful Joe games. Maybe a Resident Evil 4. Temple was annoying. 2 hours 38 minutes into your stream for Water Temple. Yeah, that's where I'm supposed to go next, I think. There's a bunch of basic stuff I've missed, and every time I take a break from the game and come back, I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't remember the songs. I don't remember the side quests. I haven't gotten the horse yet, and I don't know if I'm supposed to have the horse already, but I can't quite figure out how to get the horse. But I'm gonna look at the player's guide that I found a player's guide online. I'd like to buy the book though at some point. Does the Wii U still have the Netflix app? I think so. The Wii one just got discontinued recently. But like, I never really used it. And it was funny on the Wii because you needed a separate disc. Like every time you were going to launch Netflix, which was very weird. And I think I still have that disc somewhere. Even if they added it to the Switch, I don't think I would use it. I haven't even used the YouTube app on the Switch yet. I can run Netflix on almost every other device in my house. Anything that has a screen. Let's try this. That was too soon. Well, actually, I'm going about this the wrong way, right? There we go. Oh no! Oh no! Your Wii U's been collecting dust. I mean, mine has too. I haven't really used it for anything. But I have been picking up more games. I've picked up Bayonetta. Maybe I'll stream that sometime, although that's probably not like a kiddie stream. Mario Maker 3D World. I just need to finish 3D World. Cora and I were playing that together, so That's true, though. Like what Michelle said earlier about both of us having time to game at the same time, that's like pretty few and far between. I was hoping we were going to do a Luigi's Mansion stream last night, but she fell asleep getting the kid to bed while I was modding my Game Boy, so I appreciate that. But then we lost out on each other's company, because I wasn't sure if she'd actually gone to bed or if she had fallen asleep by accident, which is what I do all the time. And it was the latter. Yeah, 3D World. Do they know they're getting the HD setup? I never got into Pikmin, but it's partially because it's a puzzle type thing. Okay. Oh god, a frog. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. The rats were scary. Oh, it's a surprise. Okay. Well, hopefully I don't watch archives of my Battle Kid stream. Whoops. Great. Okay. I mean, I was partially... So... getting the I was really fine with like streaming composite, and I knew that once I got an HD thing that it was just I was gonna want to stream like all the things. It was gonna. I thought that my set would get more complicated, and in some ways it has, but it's also kind of gotten easier. You know, it makes it a little bit harder because I'm not streaming on as many consoles as I thought I would, or at least retro ones. But I can still, you know, if I stream N64, it's going to be on console. Whoa, that's fine. You use your Wii U just for Smash 4. I never even finished the last Smash game, which is bad. Again, I've just been too busy to like really spend the time with any of those games. I just got Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U actually, and that I know that might end up being one that I end up double dipping on the Switch. If we end up really liking it, I'm probably just gonna get the Switch version for it at some point. But I'm gonna see if my son likes it. I hear it's pretty great, but I hear the Switch version's even better, and I probably should have waited just for the Switch one, but it was very cheap. Even though I don't necessarily play all my Mario Kart games through to completion, or like unlocking everything, I really have fun with them when I do play them. Switch version is great. Rainbow Curse was terrible? Did I get that one? No, I got Epic Yarn, I think. I picked up Epic Yarn recently. The Kirby games are so hard to know which ones are good. I feel like I think the theory is, and this is from like listening to Retronauts, I think the theory is that the mainline Kirby games are generally pretty good. And then when they start doing like weird ones, like they typically will have a normal Kirby game, and then they'll have like a weird experimental Kirby game. And the experimental Kirby game might not be that great, but that's a tough one. And I tend to not want to pick up Kirby games much anyway because they're usually too easy. They're fun, but the platforming and stuff is just not always that challenging. Hey, you're recording, Renaissance. Cool, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I don't have any idea how much farther I have in this waterfall thing, but you're right, this is pretty brutal. Oh, Rainbow Curse had that drawing thing, right? Yeah. I also want to get that Yoshi game. What? Woolly World. So maybe I'm in the minority here. I'm pretty sure I am in the minority here. But I liked the Yoshi's Island DS. A lot of people don't seem to like it. I mean, it's no Yoshi's Island, but I felt like it had the core mechanics down. It was a lot of fun. It was also really hard. Like, I remember playing it for a while. I think I was on a plane, and I had like 40-something lives, and it was pretty effortless. And then I got to this one level, and I lost almost all my lives on this one level. I wonder if I can trigger that thing and then jump back this way. Oh, I need to not do that. Okay. Huh. Ryan, Castlemania's here? Who's Ryan? Oh, hey, yeah. Oh, you know, I was just talking to you. I didn't even realize it was Castlemania. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. Nintendo really hedged their bets by having Smash on the 3DS when they released on the Wii U at the same time. Yeah, they did that with Mario Maker 2, didn't they? Like, and Hyrule Warriors. They did not have good. They did not have. Well, I mean, they knew the sales, and they didn't want to waste good games on a system that nobody was buying, which is a shame. Honestly, I wouldn't have a Wii U if a friend hadn't been incredibly generous and gotten it for me. And my wife, it was like a joint gift, and a bunch of games for it too, and we just didn't buy a lot for it. Like, I never would have picked it up because I wasn't sure about it, if it had the games that we wanted. And we ended up buying Breath of the Wild on that because we didn't have a Switch yet. There are a lot of systems that I probably wouldn't have picked them up, though, if other people hadn't given them to me. I think most of the systems I've had have been gifts. I think actually all of them. All my modern systems have been gifts. Just because I never prioritized buying a newer console because I had all these other retro games to play and no time to play them. So yeah, whoops, that was a bad idea. So yeah, NES, I guess all my consoles then were gifts. Let me think about that. My Nintendo was a gift. My first GBA was a gift. I guess I got my own Game Boy Pocket though. My N64 was a gift. Didn't own my own Super NES or my own Game Boy when I was a kid. I was using my sister's. Skipped GameCube. My first Wii was a gift. Like, friends would kind of pool their gifts and get me that thing. And then the Wii U was a gift. And the Switch was a gift. So yeah, I don't really buy my own console. I don't really buy new consoles, which is maybe why I don't play them as often. I mean, I play them a bit, but not as much as, you know, NES stuff. So that's interesting. Never really put it together that way before. I have a lot of generous friends, for sure, who clearly want me to end my writing career and just play games. Yoshi's Whirly Whirl. Did we get Pokemon on the Wii U? Did we ever get Pokemon on the Wii U? I think we got that Pokken Tournament was on the Wii U. Is there a ROM for this game? No, unfortunately not. I mean, unfortunately it's not available for sale as a ROM. And it's not free, so you can only buy it for, and it may not even run on the NES Classic now that I think about it, because I think it uses a certain kind of mapper, but but it's a pretty great game. If you have access to an old NES, or a newer clone console, I think it's well worth the $30 or $36 you would pay for this game. And I really like the fact that with homebrew games, you can generally support the creator. So if you buy a new cartridge, this money is going to go to them, as opposed to you buy a game from a collector and that money's just going to go to the collector. Not that they don't deserve it, because I'm sure they spent a lot of money on it as well, but the money's never going to get back to Nintendo for sure. whatever that's worth. I think I might get the Pokemon Go Let's Go at some point. I never finished Pokemon Yellow because it just was kind of grindy for a while. But I did have fun with it at the time. My Game Boy Color is actually the Pokemon Yellow one. Oops. The sound broke. The sound doesn't work on it though. I dropped it on the subway platform and the sound just stopped working. And I think that's apparently a common problem with Game Boy Colors now that the internet exists, and I can, or I guess now that the internet has more information about the consoles, like the speaker on those things was always breaking. So I think there's a pretty easy fix. I just haven't done it yet. But now I have a soldering iron, and I'm not afraid to attempt soldering even if I'm terrible at it. So I might just try to fix it. Yeah, Game Boy Color was neat. It's just definitely the dark screen was a major problem. So when I recently started getting more into Game Boy games again, I mean, they're still basically like NES games, like in a lot of ways. I mean, they're 8-bit, so they appeal to me, and I do have a little bit of nostalgia for them because I was into Game Boy when I was a kid, and I had some carts from then. So I'm collecting some Game Boy games. And I started playing some of them again. I was playing Batman on the Game Boy, which I still haven't finished, but picked it up recently. I think after watching Aaron play it, and Retronauts had talked about it. And I started playing on my GBA SP, and I was like, well, this isn't really the most comfortable thing for long periods of time, even though the one that I have has the brighter screen on it, so that's why I wanted to use it. And then I was like, okay, let me try the Game Boy Color, because I like that form factor is pretty good, but even that, like, the screen wasn't great. So I went to the GBA, and that dark screen was really hard. I would sit like right in front of a lamp, and it was still tricky because I had to hold at a certain angle. And I dug out my old worm light, was trying to make that work. It just wasn't fun, and then that's when I decided to backlight my GBA. That was close. All right, I need to not let that frog get to me. Which did I get? Which iron did I get? I got like a super cheap soldering iron, Castlevania, which is why it's not only am I terrible, but it's probably also a terrible soldering iron. I really got the soldering iron so that I could fix my son's. He has this like electric car, which is like this bootleg Chinese thing that my mom got him for Christmas last year or two years ago, and the battery just died on it, and I wanted to replace the battery, but the battery was freaking soldered onto the thing. So I got a soldering iron basically to fix that. And then also I figured I would be doing like battery replacements on my cartridges and things like that. So I just got like a very cheap thing. And I was so afraid yesterday when I was trying to, I had to solder on like a little contact point to the left leg of like D1 or something on the Game Boy, and I taped it down, and like, you know, I don't know how people solder. And I finally got like a glob of it on there, and it stuck, and then I thought, is it too close to the other contact point? Did I mess this thing up? And it looks like it works, so not the most elegant thing you'll ever see. And I can't even believe that at one point I was like, oh, maybe I'll try to do a high-def NES mod on my NES myself. Like, no, that's totally worth paying somebody else to do it. And when I broke down the money, I was like, I'm just going to get the retro USB AVS and call it a day. Please with your old book light. Oh, that's a good idea. Can you plug it into the port on that and have it get power? Oh my god, CGG, Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. I bought that game because I really liked Kingdom Hearts, like watching my wife play. And I didn't have a PlayStation. She was my girlfriend at the time. So anyway, But it's not Kingdom Hearts, and I played through the whole thing. That card mechanic was really interesting, but I slogged through that game. She could get the ROM hack for the Famicom game Sweet Home on an NES cartridge, because that would be fun to play on original NES hardware. Well, John, I assume there's a reason why you don't already have an EverDrive, but if you have not heard of the EverDrive, then I cannot recommend the EverDrive highly enough for just that purpose. Found how bad Frozen Factory was in Sonic Lost World 3DS. Did I fix the toy car? So yeah, I did. And it seemed to work for a while, but the battery just didn't really retain a charge very well after a couple of uses. I don't know if it's the battery's fault or just that particular thing. So I kind of gave up on it for now. And maybe in the spring when it's nice enough for him to drive around the thing again, he'll probably be too big for it. So I feel bad because he really wanted to play with the thing, and the battery would just die on it. The worst thing is, like, you know, when your kids are disappointed and you can't do anything about it, and they don't understand why they can't have things or have them be a certain way, at least at that age. And I would try to explain, like, the battery's not working, and I try to fix it, and, you know, he just knows he can't use his car. And then I kind of divert him. I'm like, let's go use your scooter instead. But I felt bad. I would have loved one of those cars when I was a kid, so I totally get it. Okay. It's a ride-in electric car. Yeah. Those have terrible batteries, I guess. It only works for 8 minutes. Yeah, I think that sounds about right. Apparently you have to just charge them all the time, and if you don't charge them, the battery dies. And I saw online there's like ways where you can like jump start it. I'm gonna kill myself if I try to do that. And the thing that really killed it was it came with an AC adapter that didn't fit the car. And my mom, the store where she bought it from is like a Korean store, and my mom doesn't quite understand like the issues. So getting her to get the real one wasn't really gonna happen, and I tried to figure out what plug would fit it, and I kept ordering. I ordered an AC adapter, and that didn't fit either. I couldn't even figure out what size it was supposed to be, because the ones that I had were too small for that port. And then I ended up buying like a kit that had different heads on it, and I found the right one through there, and that's like a nice kit to have around, I suppose. But yeah, it was kind of a saga, but it was a very slow saga because I would not think about it for a couple months, and then I would kind of like take a crack at fixing it for a little bit, and then I would take a break again. What to do here? The frog. Super frustrating, yeah. Oh, this game is beatable, and that is not the worst thing I've encountered in this game. This game is absolutely beatable, because I know the Renaissance is beating it, and there's like people who speedrun it and everything. Whether it's beatable by me is another question entirely. But this is per normal. I've already gotten to a checkpoint tonight, so I feel accomplished. Ren did say this level was pretty tricky, so if I questioned whether this game was beatable because I came to a tough part of it, I would never be this far in it. I would have given up by now. The tricky thing is that, you know, that section that I have to practice or that I have to figure out is like really far into this thing, so I have to redo all these. And if I'm sloppy, then I just die for stupid reasons. So missed it. So I hope you all had a lovely weekend. Like I said, I didn't, let me think, I was like, I didn't do that much, but I finished the story that was due Friday night. Went to a kid's birthday party yesterday. Got snow tires today. Gonna have to do the Christmas tree stuff soon. Did a bit of shopping. Modded a Game Boy. Now I don't know what to do with like the old parts. I mean, what am I gonna do with an old Game Boy screen? Got all your Christmas stuff up when you went out to dinner. That's cool. Yeah, so this weekend we finally signed up for Costco, which we had been avoiding, not actively avoiding, but just kind of getting by without it for like such a long time. But a friend had recommended a tire sale that they had. In order to get the tire sale and get Costco to install them for you, you had to be a member. So I was like, fine, we'll just get the membership. And then so today was our first Costco experience, and it was very interesting. I feel like we might have spent more money than we intended to today, even though it was all like cheap. I just wanted toilet paper. Somehow we ended up with like a lot more stuff. It's almost like the same problem you have with like Target. Go to Target for one thing. Oops. I definitely need to slow down the game purchasing stuff, though. I've bought a lot of homebrews lately that have yet to be delivered because they were all mostly Kickstarters. I just ordered N++ on Switch for the cartridge version because Super Rare Games has it right now, thanks to Captain Algebra. And I remembered to check Super Rare Games to see what they had to offer. Love-hate relationship with Costco. John, yes, I do recommend the N8 EverDrive for the NES. So, I don't know, you may already know everything about it, but if you want to talk about it, I'll be happy to talk about it and why I have it. It may still be on sale at Crix's website. I'm not sure. That might be over now because he usually has a Black Friday sale for 20% off. Stone Age Gamer one is definitely over. But for 20% off, it's definitely buy it. Renaissance just got one, and Game Beaters just got one. Okay. So you are buying it, or you already decided to buy one, or you're about to buy one? So it's pretty awesome, and the reason I have it, the reason I got it, is because there are a bunch of games. Many homebrew games, some hacks, but also some super expensive games that I'm never going to buy the cartridge, but I want to play it on original hardware, like Little Samson, and things like Sweet Home, translation hacks, and things like that. So it's great, and you could buy a repro of Little Samson for $40. You could buy a repro of Sweet Home. That's like $40. You buy like 3 of those, and you might as well have bought an EverDrive, unless you need to have like a cartridge on your shelf that represents that game because you're a collector and you just want to have that, then I think just get the EverDrive. And I know some people just buy the EverDrive, or they just leave that installed in their AVS like full time. But I still buy cartridges and I still swap cartridges out. I just don't buy as many cartridges as I used to probably, or just not as often. Oh, good. Respond to this real quick. Oh, Wes is streaming too. Constancy is the key to beat this one. Oh, and Super Grit. Yes, Old Dirty Gamer, hello. Okay, I'm trying to figure out this next screen. It's got a frog and a thing. homing thing, whatever those things are called. So you need constancy, you need grit, and you also need lots of time. And I actually don't know how long I'm going to stream tonight, but I kind of like to get past this section if I can. But when you mentioned constancy, I thought I just found out about this Mega Man hack called Mega Man like no constancy, which looks pretty cool. That was a pretty good one. Great. So yeah, I don't know if you guys have, if you guys follow Nicole on Twitter, but she's making these game pouches. Really nice custom sort of protective sleeves for your handholds. Gaming systems. She made one for my portable NES, the Gamers Tech 8-bit, and it's great because I never really been able to find anything that was like that, those particular dimensions. Although it looks like it's basically pretty close to being the size of like a Wii U controller. And actually having one of those for a Wii U controller would be really cool. But so I just modded my GBA, so I think I might need another pouch for that. I have one of those. I picked up for like $2 at a local gaming store, oddly enough. Those were some of the cheapest things that they had. An old Game Boy Advance protective sleeve where you could actually play with it in the thing. Like it has those plastic cutouts for the buttons and you can close it up and everything and use that. And I don't know if I'm going to use that or not. It doesn't feel super comfortable. And it hides like how cool my Game Boy looks now. So I may want a pouch for just keeping it around the house, and maybe I would use the other thing when I take it out. I don't know. Gotta think about that. Just need to get through this thing. Frog. Music is good for a game that makes you go through a lot of trial and error. Oh, you can do, oh, cool. That's nice. Alright, thanks CGG. Thanks for coming by. Have a good night. But yeah, this pouch that I got for it, this thing is like, it was really dirty, so I washed it tonight. It's drying in the kitchen. We'll see if I like using it or not. Oops. Oh, thanks, man. I'll check out your channel as well. I feel like I know your channel, but I'll double check later on. I don't always play oh, what am I doing? I don't always play homebrew games, but I often do. Now I'm sort of like, now I have too many choices for streaming. So these are really more like what I feel like playing. I've been getting some more N64 games too. It might be fun to stream some of those. That controller, man, though, that has too many buttons. No. Wash the 8-bit one on warm water, tumble dry low. Oh, good to know. Thank you. Oh, that thing is so pretty. I really like it. I haven't been using that portable NES for like a while. I was using it a lot when I first got it, you know, it's nice, you know, if I want to play a Nintendo game or something while someone's using the TV or playing in bed, but since I got the AVS, I like playing on this thing so much that I've just been playing on the TV for the most part until bedtime. Supposedly, Brian Parker from Retro USB is working on a portable NES of his own, which would be a portable AVS, apparently. It's sort of like FPGA, so it'd be like super accurate, unlike the 8-bit boy. The only drawback is it doesn't have output, video output. So, because I would have bought that, you know, instead of the AVS probably if it was portable. But alas, I know why I'm not playing on the 8-bit boy as much, because certain games that button layout doesn't work for them. And Battle Kit, for instance, does not work on that thing. And one of the reasons I wanted the AVS is because then I can play games like this, because this doesn't work on a Retron 5 either. I can only play this on my NES before, which is one of the reasons why I didn't play it as often as I would have otherwise. I feel like as soon as I figure out that frog screen, I'll be in okay shape. Ren went away, didn't he? I would probably ask him. No, I guess I can get by it without spoilers, but anyway, in case you guys are looking for a little pouch, check out Nicole's Etsy shop. I posted a picture of the one she made for me on Twitter recently as well, so, and Instagram. Doing. Okay. I like that my dog's being fairly mellow, though, hanging out next to me. One of my concerns with him is that he'll like run over a cable or something and disconnect my controller, or knock the AVS down, or ruin the stream or something. He's hanging out okay right now. I keep getting stuck on that. Stupid. Can't jump. So Nicole, I know what your kids want for Christmas. What do you want for Christmas? I think this year we decided not to exchange gifts, which is kind of sad because I love picking out gifts. Oh, nuts. But it's not the most. It doesn't make the most financial sense for us to be buying each other gifts, especially since we don't really need stuff. I've been buying stuff that I want. She's been buying stuff that she wants as we need it. Possibly more than we should be. But yeah, it's a shame because I do like picking out gifts. Her birthday's around Christmas, so I still get to do that. And our anniversary's coming up, but we're just gonna have like a nice meal for that. get stuck under that thing. So many folks go on elaborate trips for anniversaries. That'd be nice if we had the time and the money. Staying home to cook a fancy meal. Well, I don't know. Staying at home and cooking, especially if it's me cooking, isn't the most appealing thing ever. But we like going out for fondue. How do I do this? I think. Oh, what? He didn't die. Oh, so close. Okay. I think that's the approach I'm going to take here. Woo. Oh, yeah, going out to eat is really, when you have a food allergy, it's very stressful because you're always hoping that, because if they're lying or they just don't know, it's very risky. So in that sense, yeah, that's a good call. Unless you know that there's this particular place that you can go. Oof, that was close. Die. No, 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 no. Oh, God. No! Urgh. Dang it. Yeah, emergency food for 3 meals. Alright. I know Ren warned me about this level, but in my head, I'm conflating it with Ren warning me about this level, and I'm blaming Ren for this level. It's Renaissance's fault. I'm really looking forward to listening to the playthrough of this game that Civac recorded after I play through it. Nope. Okay, no, that's not what I wanted to do there. Yeah, that sounds fair. Yep, Renaissance is to blame. Sometimes that timing just doesn't work out for me. You're blaming him for being so good at this game. I'd like to know. I really want to see him play Battle Kid 2 because I want to know how inherently good he was at this, or if he had to do the same thing that I'm doing. I think he's better than me, so I don't think he has to go through quite so many iterations as I am. But Because the other thing is, even if I practice this game, I'm still going to make mistakes more often than he does. If I can even remember like where to go and what to do and how to solve these puzzles. But it's fun watching Renaissance play a game like, say, Iron Sword, where, you know, he doesn't have a big history with the game, and it's very challenging, and he dies just like we do, or Solid Nate, you know, and they tackle a new game. Oops. Oh, maybe I could just float down from that, and I don't have to jump. So I think it goes for your last jump. Jumping position, rather. Oh, watching him die in Iron Sword was fun. I didn't see the end of it. Did he finish it? How did he do? Oops. I missed the very end of it, but it looked like he was gonna just do his third run and then stop. The last level was super crazy boss. So he did make it pretty far then. Go see Aquaman. Huh, I don't know that director. The trailer looked way better than I was expecting that movie to be. So I actually do kind of want to see it. I haven't seen you know, Batman vs Superman or Justice League, but I really liked Wonder Woman, and that looks good. So I'll probably wait for some of the reviews, and then I'll check it out. I'm really bummed because I thought Spider-Man was opening this weekend, but it's not. Oh no, it just goes after your last position. Okay. So be it. That wasn't gonna work anyway. Oops. A bunch of floating heads zooming around at the same time. That's awesome. Freaking sharks with laser beams. I'm waiting for Discovery to return as well. Probably go see Aquaman. DC has to earn back a lot of your trust. I mean, yeah, Wonder Woman was good. And I knew enough about, I didn't like Man of Steel, so I didn't bother with Batman versus Superman. And then I also just didn't bother with Justice League. Justice League looked like it might be better, and I knew more people were involved with it. But I don't know, man. These movies that just have hour-long battles are so boring. Do I just drop? Okay. What is that? Infinite oxygen obtained. Breathe freely underwater. Oh my god. Yes! Yes! Ha! Oh my god. And my dog got very excited too, but not for the same reasons. Thank you guys. Apparently the new version of Battle Kid, the Famicom version, you don't get water. I mean, you don't have an oxygen countdown in the water either. Good work on this game tonight. Thank you. I'll play a little bit longer and see what's beyond this, because I wonder if there's a boss coming up. Okay, let's see. Well, okay. That's interesting looking water. Oh boy, here we go. Here we go. Oh my god. Yep. Zack Snyder must have gotten lucky with his Watchmen film, because Man of Steel... Yep. I enjoyed Watchmen. You know, Adam, I thought that too. I saw the thing and it was an open screen. I was like, something bad is going to happen. But yeah, I realized I had to go for it. So UDNOG. This guy's a lot easier than Colorful Cleo. Let's see. Right, this way. Alright. Just see what your pattern is, sir. Can shoot you there, and then there's bubbles. Okay. Okay. Bubbles. Oh, interesting. Something's coming up from below there. The shaking is really cool when you first get in here. Oh god, what? Was that some kind of weird eel thing? Yeah, the blinking eye animation is great. This game is so amazing. How about I not let those hit me? Alright, let me see what's going on here. Nagaconda, is that what it's called? Hey, but 8-bit bishop. Huh. So those are sort of like little torpedo things on the bottom there. Wait a minute, I can float. Dumbass. Okay. Well, that didn't help me at all. Okay. And a double dumbass on you. Okay. I should probably stop doing that and just see what happens, right? See if I can dodge those bubbles. Looks like he shoots 3 of them at a time, and they do that little wavy thing. Great. Yeah, I don't see that yet either. That's not gonna work. So yeah, John, I do like Watchmen. I don't think I've seen the director's cut though, and I love the comic a lot. I thought it did a pretty good job of adapting the comic in a pretty interesting way. And of course, it was like the first of that like gritty. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. I also like the movie Kick-Ass. I didn't see the second one though, and I heard that one was a little bit less fortunate, or it was unfortunate how that one turned out rather. How did I do that the first time? I managed to get past that thing that first time. Yeah, that's what I gotta do. Just for that first wave. I'm gonna have to dodge the bullets. Oh god. Well, that's the first pattern anyway. Oh man, I forgot there's gonna be an HBO series. Gotta find a safe spot for that, I think. You still have your Rorschach mask and trench coat. Cool. Top hat. He doesn't have a top hat. It would be pretty funny if he did, though. Maybe I need to jump down there first. Might work. What are you chewing? Just look in the carpet. Whoops, dropped by accident. That's kind of tricky because those bubbles are still falling. Maybe I can go over there? Wait a minute, hold on. Let me see something here. Oh, I thought maybe, oh, okay. It looks like those things don't reach me there, but that worm thing does. Does your feather do anything underwater? I can float double slow, I can. And that may actually be important. I'm still trying to figure out how to do this. That might work. fell. Maybe, let's see what happens over here. Nope. Maybe I need to go float to that other platform. Oh, I forgot about... Hey, good night, J-Love. I forgot about Suicide Squad, if that's a thing. When I was talking about movies that I haven't seen. Hey, Gary, how are you? Just in time for a boss fight. Multiple bosses. I mean, or multiple fights, because I'm terrible at this. Hi, Renaissance, you're back. Okay. Oh, don't touch him. That's gonna kill you. Okay. Just finished rendering a video review. Oh, you got a PS Classic. Interesting. I look forward to your take on it. Yeah, I've been doing this for a couple hours. Not this fight. Just playing in general. Do you work from home, Gary? Because it's cool that you fit in those lunchtime streams, but I thought about doing that because I'm working from home now too. I was like, should I stream for a little bit? I don't want them to think I'm not working, but I could totally stream for an hour. Need to find a safe spot to stand when those laser beams come out. Oh, you're going to an office. Oh, 7 minutes from the office. Wow. That's pretty cool. Sometimes I see John Riggs streaming from work. Like doing his channel. He's not playing video games. What am I doing? Alright. I need to figure out the next phase of this thing. Hey, J-Lo's back. Do I understand why Gary doesn't like the Dark Knight trilogy? I liked it. I think it's a good movie. I don't know if, you know, I guess if you're a Batman fan, you'd probably enjoy it more. I thought it was an interesting way of making Batman seem sort of realistic. Oops, that was just lucky. Okay. So I gotta do this again. And then go over there maybe. This is just gonna take a while. Assuming it doesn't do anything else tricky. I need to get down there faster though. It's just not great. I mean, as a trilogy, I don't know if it holds up the whole way through. First movie I thought was really good though. I liked a lot of the second one. Michael Keaton Batman is very good. I think parts of it haven't aged very well because it's a very 80s movie. But overall, I think it's pretty solid. Whoops, maybe I need to find a different save spot. I could probably just drop right there, right? Almost anything compared to Zack Snyder's Justice League stuff is awesome. Okay. Anne Hathaway's Catwoman. Yep. That was pretty great. I kind of forgot about that, actually. I haven't seen that movie in a while. I only know about that one save spot, but if there's a different one, I should go for that one instead. Maybe under that platform? Nope. Hard to say if that's a safe spot or not. Okay. I just need to be more patient with this guy, I guess. Oops. There's probably an easier way to do this, and I'm just not seeing it yet. Actually, I could slow down, and that might help me there. Watchmen is a movie you would choose if you could only watch one movie for the rest of your life. Oops. That's really impressive. Oh, good night, Adam. Thanks for hanging out so long. The ending to this game I'm playing is very long. Thanks, Renaissance. You're not even allowed to post to social media when you're at the office. Yeah. Yeah, scheduling tweets is helpful. I have never seen the ending of this game, of course, so I'm not sure what to expect, but it's probably gonna troll me if I know what to expect here. No. It's too hasty. Yeah, the NES games are pretty rough with their endings. Well, that was weird. That's why you can't stand over there. Okay. Experimenting with a few different things here. I'll do just stuff from your phone. Yeah. Yep. Makes sense, Gary. Consistency with execution. I could do this. Just gotta be patient. The timing's really tricky there. Whoops. Oh, good luck, Ari. I hope things improve too. If I stand on there, will it hit me? I think it will. I feel like there has to be another safe spot that I'm missing. The Admiral controller. That's a lot of controller. Okay, that will definitely kill me. And I can't stand on that other platform either, right? Because then otherwise, what's that other platform there for? Nope. Okay. Controller review. 8-bit dough, perhaps? Be able to stand there. If I can drop down there without hitting the snake, the bottom of the snake. No, except for that thing. Oh, Power A. The wireless ones? Kind of intrigued by those. jump over those? No, probably not. Alright, I guess I'll just keep going back to my little corner if I can get to it. That's the only place I know for sure is safe. If I can get back to it. Switch enhanced wireless controller. Yeah, I'm kind of intrigued by those. I'll definitely watch that review. I still don't really have a good wireless controller. I have one of the 8-bit ones, but it's not a replacement. It's good for like retro gaming stuff, but it's like one of the old 8-bit ones. I am probably not going to review that controller. It's a Pro controller. Oops, I forgot what I was doing. Okay. Drop down faster there. I would have liked to have been a game tester for this game. Oh, it's no Pro controller, you're saying. Okay. Oops. Oh yeah, those fans are really, well, those fans really blow. Oof. Badums. I was waiting for that. Getting a wee bit tired here, but I'm gonna fight this thing to its watery doom. The timing for that, getting to that freaking corner. Oh, don't do that. All right. Gary, I agree with your assessment on NES being better than SNES being better than GBA. That freaking bubble. Oops. Oh. Whew. Okay. Nope. Don't do that. Nope. Nope. Ah. Is there some way to jump between those freaking beams? Probably not. Not consistently, anyway. I'm basically trying to find like shortcuts for this now. That's right, Gary. I saw you beat that on your Switch, right? Congratulations. I spaced out there and forgot to jump. Use a buttload of save states. Mistake. Oh, why did I do that? Okay. Cutman's weapon would be great on this guy. I think I need the middle blade. Huh. Interesting. Too soon. Okay. If that'll work. Oops, that's not what I was trying to do. I should replay Super Mario World. Well, I guess Cole and Luke will be playing that soon. I haven't really played it through since I was a kid. Okay. I wonder if I can hop over that thing. Probably not. Just trying to get the timing of jumping down to that safe spot. Super NES definitely feels slower to me too. Consoles. Yeah, I've got an NES Classic and an SNES Classic. PlayStation Classic, nay. I had it pre-ordered, and then when they announced the game list, I canceled the pre-order, and then they announced all the nonsense about the PAL versions, and I felt good about my decision. I would have bought the thing if it had, like, even just Symphony of the Night on it, but no. Turned blue. Almost. Yeah, if you've got a channel to review it on, it's probably worth it. Oops. Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Yeah, he does run very slow in that. But he runs that way in like all the versions of that game, I think. I'm not sure the PlayStation 1 is going to be hackable, but even if it is, I'm not sure there's going to be much room to hack, to install more games on it. The thing with hacking the PlayStation 1 Classic or the PlayStation Classic is like why bother? They're using the same emulator that you can get on a RetroPie. So then just literally, in this case, just get RetroPie. The NES Classic at least had its own sort of Nintendo sanctioned emulator, which was optimized really for their games, supposedly. In practicality, not so much, but... And then the SNES Classic has its own emulator too, which is actually like pretty darn good, so... you know, those are things that you can't get just on in RetroArch. They're definitely fun to bring to parties and things like that. John Rick said, not everybody can make a RetroPie. No, that's true. I do think most people could if they just decided to try it. But you can also just buy like a RetroPie. But no, the thing is, I can make a RetroPie, and I've got one, but it's a hassle. It's like much harder to use than something that I just plug into the TV and plug in a controller. I've had issues with the controllers not working, getting the right cores to run properly, having to configure video settings manually. It is not a plug-and-play kind of thing, so there's a reason to get things like the PlayStation 1 Classic. But the people who are talking about hacking a PlayStation Classic should just make a RetroPie. Like, why is this happening to me? Oh wow, you had Wampum as a kid? I picked that up maybe a year and a half ago. I'm really looking forward to playing that one. I just can't consistently get to that safe spot. And I didn't have them. I think in total, I think I maybe ended up with like 11 NES games as a kid. And then I went to college and I had an income and I had a local Funkoland and I just bought a ton of games. And then eBay came along, or I started using eBay, and I got a ton of games on eBay. I wonder if it's possible to jump over that first wave of beams. Not quite, but maybe. If I make it to that other platform in time and then jump and float, I might be able to float over that first wave of bullets. Like that. Okay, that might make it easier. Oh my god, again! Dang it. They're too lazy to make a RetroPie, but they're not too lazy to hack a PS1 Classic. I guess that's a good point. Okay, I think I know how to beat this guy now. I just need to pull this off. Die. Yes! Woo! Good night, old dirty gamer. Thank you. Okay. Come on, go save. Oh, come on, I can't go to the save point. Okay, I can. Okay. Yay! Woo! Thank you, guys. Yeah, it was that last bit of, like, realizing I had to jump over the first wave of shots. Whew. Thank you, Renaissance. Thank you, Nicole and John. Thank you. I think I'm gonna just go poke my head over here until I die, and then I'm gonna call it a night because it's getting late here. And oh God. Okay. What? It's over here. Wait, this is that. That's that. Okay. So I'm just dropping back down here. Is that right? Okay, so I'll just go here and then, right? No drawbacks to this, right? You know what? Just in case I'm wrong, I'm just gonna kill myself here. Get this other password. NGNUDNOG, and then. Oh, right. There's nowhere else to go, but just for kicks. Here's the other save point. A lot of consoles. Oh my goodness. Yep. So now I guess I just have to go into the water levels again, right? I don't think I have to go through that again. Whoa. Yep. And then I'm gonna get this thing. I'm just gonna stop here. LGNUDN2G. I'm probably pushing my luck. The kid's gonna wake up pretty soon. Alright, well thank you guys. That was fun. I feel like that was a productive session here. I've got 4 bosses down. I've got 2 to go. This next section is probably going to take me a while, but maybe I'll revisit it later this week. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Renaissance. Hey, I'd love to do a live stream with Gary sometime. However we can make that work. Alright. Yeah, your dad had fun taste in games. It's really cool. I mean, you youngins, it's cool when I hear, it makes me feel old, but then it's also cool when I talk to people who are like, my dad had a Nintendo and he brought these cool games home. Or I had a Nintendo and my dad brought cool games home. My mom kind of brought me stuff. Like she's the reason I played Castlevania the first time, because I sent her to go pick up, I asked her for Castlevania 3 and they didn't have it, but they had Castlevania, so. What we should do, Gary, is we should try to do a 2-player NES Classic thing on the Switch. But my wife is in New York this week, and she has I sent her. She's been playing the Messenger, so I was like, "You want to borrow the Switch? Like, why don't you just take it with you? Because I've got lots of other games to play now." So, yeah, so maybe we can do that sometime. Or I'm gonna try out Fortnite soon. Maybe we can try that. 5 years older than me. Racks with Mario Kart. Oh, that's cool. 2-player Tetris. They don't have the 2-player Tetris on there. Or any Tetris, actually. I don't think. But we'll figure it out. We can play Super Mario Brothers 3. Yeah, but that's not on the Switch. Tengen Tetris isn't on the Switch. Yeah, we'd have to figure that out. We live on opposite sides of the nation, unfortunately. Anyway, this has been a lot of fun. Thank you guys for hanging out with me while I die over and over and over and over and over and over again in this game. You definitely helped me stick with it longer than I possibly would otherwise. Are you in the middle of the nation? I thought you were... No, okay, that's right. Yeah, that makes sense. I thought I was in the middle of nowhere. ROM netplay. I haven't done any sort of netplay sort of thing with the ROMs, but the ROMs as they call them these days. Illinoid. Wasn't that an NES game? Oh no, that was Yonoid. All right, guys. I'm gonna go walk my dog and then go to sleep. Or maybe it's pretty late. I should go to sleep. Okay. So yeah, have a good night. Have a good week. I will be playing. What am I playing on Wednesday night? Oh, I'm playing The Immortal. That's kind of cool. I've like tried it a little bit in the past. I was always really fascinated by it in Nintendo Power, so I'm looking forward to playing it a little longer for a change. All right, see you guys. Good night.